What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to have a look at Spider-Man Miles Morales, but on my secondary computer here with a 5800X 3D and an RTX 3090 at 3440 by 1440. Why don't we not waste any more time, since this is always like this. It is a natural habitat. There's nothing to really say about it, so let's get into the settings and get some gameplay, shall we? Now to start the adventure of Miles Morales on one of my desktops. We're going to start off on my secondary one with a 5800X 3D and a 3090 here. So let's just go through all the settings. It can handle having that on, I think. I was thinking about... Well, let's turn it off now. Yeah, we'll turn it off now and then maybe turn it back on once we get up to high. That's what we should do. That's what I will do, in fact. Because up until then, you don't really want anything. It's just going to be killing your FPS. You're trying to get FPS by going on very low. And nobody is really going to do this anyway on this kind of computer. I'm just doing this just for fun, really. All right, let's get some very low gameplay, even though it's a little silly on a system like this. It just seems right. That's what I do on the Steam Deck and the Asus G15 Advantage, so I figured, fuck it, let's do it here too. But we are getting lots of FPS, but we should.
I gotta start taking notes on all your new powers.
The 5800X 3D is one of the better gaming processors out there. And hell, in fact, I think it still beats out the other two, the new 7000 series and the 13th gen in a couple games here and there. But we're talking about very, very small situations like 1080p and whatnot like that. And not too many people are going to be having something like my system here and play at 1080p, just like they're not going to be playing on very low. No one goes and spends like $3,200 or so and goes, yeah, you know, I feel like playing a Mac completely on the lowest settings possible. Yep. You know, like almost no one does that. Unless we're talking competitive settings. I'll still run competitive settings back when I had pretty decent GPUs, but honestly, ever since I had my 3090s and 3080s and 4090s, I just played the fucking things like Call of Duty maxed out, and I still get more than enough FPS to get a competitive edge, where it's just my skill letting me down, nothing to do with my setup. And hell, that's one of the most common misconceptions. Just having a good computer will not make you good. Just like having a good mouse will not make you good. You have to have some skill. Me, I just like building computers, and I like making them go overboard, because I usually have silly resolutions or whatnot, or high refresh rate to deal with. So both the laptop and the Steam Deck are kind of my, like, well, the Steam Deck's the chill. The laptop is take to friends' houses to play Call of Duty and Counter-Strike and stuff. And then the other two desktops are for just chilling and immersion. Both are great for immersion.
We're fine.
And both are great at playing FPS too. Anyway, let's move on. All right, let's get some very low gameplay, even though it's a little silly on a system like this. It just seems right. That's what I do on the Steam Deck and the Asus G15 Advantage, so I figured, fuck it, let's do it here too. But we are getting lots of FPS, but we should. The 5800X 3D is one of the better gaming processors out there. And hell, in fact, I think it still beats out the other two, the new 7000 series and the 13th gen in a couple games here and there. But we're talking about very, very small situations like 1080p and whatnot like that. And not too many people are going to be having something like my system here and play at 1080p, just like they're not going to be playing on very low. No one goes and spends like $3,200 or so and goes, yeah, you know, I feel like playing a Mac completely on the lowest settings possible. Yep. You know, like almost no one does that. Unless we're talking competitive settings. I'll still run competitive settings back when I had pretty decent GPUs, but honestly, ever since I had my 3090s and 3080s and 4090s, I just played the fucking things like Call of Duty maxed out, and I still get more than enough FPS to get a competitive edge, where it's just my skill letting me down, nothing to do with my setup. And hell, that's one of the most common misconceptions. Just having a good computer will not make you good. Just like having a good mouse will not make you good. You have to have some skill. Me, I just like building computers, and I like making them go overboard, because I usually have silly resolutions or whatnot, or high refresh rate to deal with. So both the laptop and the Steam Deck are kind of my, like, well, the Steam Deck's the chill. The laptop is take to friends' houses to play Call of Duty and Counter-Strike and stuff. And then the other two desktops are for just chilling and immersion. Both are great for immersion.
Do you have time to get coffee, maybe?
And both are great at playing FPS too. Anyway, let's move on. Moving on to low. So let's go down the settings. And then we can get back into the game and run around the city. Because that's like the funnest thing to do in this game. Well, that and beat up bad guys, but anyway, that's the bottom. So let's go ahead and get back into the game.
Okay.
All right, let's get some low gameplay now. Cruise on around.
Okay, halfway into infiltrating a dangerous group of criminals.
And there's a crime in progress. Well, let's go find it. Oh, where are they? Oh, they saw me. I saw the little arrow thing.
Used to be, we were safe in New York. Take anything you want. We're not
There
going
we go.
back to the raft, Spider-Man.
No rhino here to protect you this time, my dude.
Go.
I ain't going back to lockup.
This is awesome. I'm just gonna keep bouncing around this room like an absolute lunatic, and I'll probably take them all out. Awesome. My plan worked flawlessly. All right, now I think there's just one guy left. All right, nope, he's done. We can just shoot that into the ground. We don't want to throw it at civilians. That wouldn't be no good. All right, let's just keep zooming around for now.
Hey, friends. Apparently, Mr. Jameson heard that and I am quoting his producer here, a Spider-Man stan.
Spider-Man
So now he's
Stan.
demanding I debate
That's
him.
what they am.
Jameson is a trained debater, and he's an accomplished journalist. So even if I'm right, that doesn't mean I can win.
Nope, that's very true.
Sometimes it's not about the
If you're not
truth,
good at
it's about being
debating,
the one
people
who
that are
talks the
completely
most,
wrong
or
can just
the
confidently
biggest.
fuck you
Look,
up in a
This
debate.
debate is going to happen. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't try, and hey, maybe we'll all learn
All right,
something.
though, let's move on. All right, medium time. All right, let's get into the game. Now, let's get our medium gameplay in now. Oh shit, shit's going down here. Let me get a better look at what's going on. All right. Nice, 3 for 1. Knocked them all down, didn't kill any of them, but... Oh wait, no, I think we got one. Ow, stop shooting me. Now you die. You guys are just as bad. Let's just finish you off. Yep, no more shooting. It won't.
Got him.
Now your gun is stuck in his tree.
City protected.
And more skill points. I really got to use some of those. Did the same thing with Sonic. I went in there and was like, oh, let's get the skill tree. Oh, holy shit, I've got like 49 unused skill points. Well, what do you know? All right, let's move on. Well, now we got high graphics, so let's go through them real fast. And all right, that's the bottom. Let's get back into the game. All right, let's get some high gameplay in now. A crime in progress where? Let's turn that on. Like I said, I almost forgot, but I remembered. I said we were going to turn it on, so now we got aliasing on too. Doesn't really seem to hurt FPS too much either. But it sure did make everything look a lot better. For a second, I thought you guys were bad guys, but nope, you're not. All right. Continue on with your conversation on the roof in the cold. Okay, what else do we got around here? We got all sorts of different things I could do, but I like looking for criminals. And swinging around the city like a maniac. Speaking of which, must be down this alley over here. That's where everybody's looking.
So we're taking what we robbers at that donation stand. Not on my watch.
How do you know we were here?
Magic. Ow, don't hit me with that stick. No, probably not, but it might not end well for you guys either. Alright, you got your stick. Doesn't seem to do nothing against that.
I can see the headlines. Spider-Man.
Alright,
President
now let's
protected.
move on. Now for very high. And then after that, we'll do some ray tracing and FSR. And alright, to the game. Alright.
On my blog. Switching topics.
Now let's get some
I'm
very
pulling
high
together
gameplay
an
in here.
expose on the underground, and I need your help. If you have any information you can share, it could help us shine a light on a group that needs to be taken down. Till next time, stay safe. And remember, your mental health is just as important as your physical health.
That is very true. There we go. We got ourselves something right up here.
Hey,
Stop.
Doesn't involve you, Spider-Man!
Well, it does now.
You're done, kid!
No, you guys are done. They left me many things on this roof I can throw at you guys.
Let's see how you
Didn't even let us finish his sentence. Okay. Not only did I dodge it, I got to fuck up one of your boys.
Taking the shot.
You missed. And now you done.
I'm not gonna go out like that.
Sure you are.
Let's see how tough you really. Take that.
And take this. I feel like my better move fucked you over. Alright. And now we have saved our civilians, so let's just get the fuck out of here. And this was a good spot to stop, so let's move on. Well, now it's time for us to do some ray tracing. So this is one of those times where I'm kind of glad this is not 4K, because this thing kind of fell flat on its face at 4K with just ray tracing on a lot of games, without the help of DLSS, which means it's not really 4K anymore. But anyway, let's go see how it does in ultra wide. Now we got some ray tracing on, so let's run around the city a little more. See if we can't stay above 60 without any help from DLSS. I think we can. Barely, but I think we can. We're dropping down to 68, 69. But that's with no help of DLSS or anything. That's one way I can definitely tell this 5800 X3D is a beast. My 9900K would have been like hard pegged down into the high 40s or low 50s. It wouldn't when I turned ray tracing on, because a lot of people don't know ray tracing is also hard on your CPU, not just your GPU.
The underground hijacked a billboard near you.
Yeah, so far so good though. Perfectly playable. I would obviously like a little more FPS, so I would just turn on DLSS quality because I don't really care about these labels. Being like, well, I play everything at 4K no matter what, even if it sucks. No, why the fuck would I do that? If a game doesn't give me good shit. Now we're gonna turn on some DLSS quality. Now let's just go the rest of the thing. We're gonna leave the rest of it on, and we're gonna leave ray tracing on. Why not? Because like I said, I'd like to get decent FPS at the same time as having good graphics. But that's also why I spend shit tons of money on my stuff most of the time. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and hop back into the game. All right, DLSS quality here. It definitely helped out a little bit. Now we're in the 80s instead of the 70s and shit.
Now because of Jared,
Where are the people? They said there were bad guys here to fight. Where are the bad guys?
I'm disappointed.
Did they do something to the sign?
Some of you have allowed yourselves to be
What
convinced
is the deal?
that it's okay for a complete stranger with zero legal authority to parade around in a Halloween costume pretending to be some kind of savior.
No, I'm not just some kind of savior. I am a savior.
Misplaced faith has resulted
But what I can't
in
figure out is how the fuck
unimaginable
to
disaster.
find out where this prime
It
is.
doesn't matter if things
I
might
don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
It doesn't even matter if he thinks it's good. What matters is that every time something gets destroyed in this city, he's there. Or now, his protege. Ask yourselves, with all these crises we face, can we really afford to deal with twice as many? And
Yes.
where will it all end? Spider-Woman? Spider-Punk? Spider-Pig?
Spider Pig, Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Can he swim from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out. He's Spider Pig. All right, now for DLSS balanced. So let's look through the settings really quick here. Over here, we got it still on very high with ray tracing maxed out. And there we go. Back to the game. Here we go. DLSS balance. Let's get a little gameplay in. Okay, so that's what FSR was having a problem with. There's like weird little wavy shit that comes off his arms and legs when he's flying around like this. And it probably just gets confused and is like, oh, what the fuck to do with all that shit? I mean, even DLSS is getting a little confused here and there. But if you're not sitting here watching yourself play like I am, just looking out for imperfections, then you're not really going to notice most of these things. Most of these people blow most of the things about FSR and DLSS out of the water. Although the one thing I can't stand people saying is when they try to tell me it looks better than native. Nope, not once have I ever seen that happen in any game. But anyway, let's move on. All right, let's get some DLSS performance here. It did a little crash on me. This game loves to crash when I mess around with FSR or DLSS turning it on and off. So anyway, though, we got maxed out ray tracing and we're still on very high. And this is the last one we can do. DLSS Ultra Performance just crashes over and over again for whatever reason. But anyway, to the game. Well, let's get some DLSS Performance gameplay in now. And if anything, I think this hurt performance more than anything. I think we were honestly getting better performance on balanced and quality. Because if you go too long, your CPU will become a bottleneck
Some of you have allowed
if you go too low on the resolution, no matter how powerful it is.
okay.
Like, look at the 4090. No matter what, even a 13900 at 1080p and even 1440p, and hell, even at 4K sometimes bottlenecks that shit. So we are, even as powerful as those are, we already need more powerful CPUs to max out stuff like the 4090. Crazy.
The truth is, it doesn't matter.
But the 5800X 3D and this 3090 are a match made in heaven as far as I'm concerned. Let's take another hit and try not to cough our ass off this time.
For now, he's frozen. Ask yourselves, with all these crises we face, can we really afford to deal with twice as many? And where will it all end? Spider-Woman? Spider-Punk? Spider-Pig? Oh. While I vomited that thought, enjoy these important messages from our fine sponsors.
Alright, moving on. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Spider-Man Miles Morales on the 5800X 3D and RTX 3090. And it did it flawlessly except for trying to do DLSS performance, but let's be honest, or ultra performance, nobody wants to do that anyway on a system like this. No matter what I did, it kept crashing over and over and over again instantly, no matter what. So I just gave up trying to get footage of that. Nobody's going to do that anyway. But anyway, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, peace out, guys.